Still ain't.
But I need you
Hey,
to turn
Slim,
it
we
right.
got people on the podcast saying, I thought y'all was supposed to start at 10 o'clock.
Right. We on some Negro time, son.
Yeah. I was like, I'm already staying up late enough to this.
NNNEEGROW.
We ain't on CP time. We on Craig Shields time.
We still behind the scenes, Ty.
Oh, I got everybody now. You know what? When I went live, it made the view a lot bigger. Okay, everybody join.
Yeah, so Al can move his ass over.
Yeah, you move a little bit out. Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
This is YouTube. No, this is some Wildcats YouTube page live.
This is the first time Keith boxed out.
First time live. And for all the people on YouTube, this behind the scenes taping of the show.
We come
What's up
to
with you, little bro? All right, let me take this thing off. It's hot as hell.
Internet connection ain't good in here, man.
It's just phone, bro. Hey, Al, I need you to change that.
All right, we will.
Cause I can't keep leaning.
At halftime. Yeah, you lean on Dave.
No.
Look, I already told
They got you on. You got you on that one,
They
man.
put me.
They got
Y'all
you
put
on
me
that
on
one.
timeout from last week.
Nah, man, you on time man now.
I
You
don't
and
have a
you.
mic. I don't have a mic now.
Oh shit, you and you. Hey, look. Hey, I wish I was over there. I'll give you my mic.
And Craig was like, "You're not gonna dominate the mic."
Hey, no, pan it this way, Keith. Pan.
We ain't getting that ugly ass jersey in here too many times.
He can't even keep a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah. It's blurry.
We gonna blur that shit out. Like,
Don't blur it.
48.
You're a little too far down 95 to have that shit on.
Oh my lord. Hey, let's get this joint popping, bro. I'm ready.
We gotta get some people to call into the station, to the podcast.
What's the
Take
number, sir?
questions.
What's the number?
That's the jump right
777
1-800 Craig Black 23-2006.
777 9311.
It wasn't no, who was the 8 o'clock game tonight?
Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota and Packers.
Green Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, should we say Packers with Dwight Howard?
Packers with Dwight Howard. I don't know.
Dwight is gonna get killed.
Hey.
He's a pillow fighter.
He can't keep running, Joe. It could be all.
Man, they said he was a body.
Give me my check, Al.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Look at that pick, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2.
What all he doing is running. Every pass he done threw, the jugger was tipped up. Only thing he doing is running.
Yeah.
String.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Flacco was in though.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Give me my check, Keith.
A hip injury.
Yeah, he's not.
2. Give me
No,
my
he was
check.
in the game
Flacco?
today.
Mic check.
Flacco was in the game today.
You might check,
What
Coop.
you gonna do?
Test.
You might check there.
It's the same mic.
What's your voice, Slim?
What's your
Check
voice?
one.
You might check it, Dan.
ABC.
Give me my check, Dave.
What mic, Craig?
Niggas hot. Niggas hot.
The mic to your left.
I've been
What up,
silent.
Rudy? What's the deal, man?
I've been silent.
Silent. Nigga,
Check. Give a shout
1,
out.
2, 1,
Behind
2.
the scenes, Rudy. What's up, Tracy?
Silent.
Give me my check, Greg.
G Money.
It's behind the scenes. I want to see the crew. The crew is right here, y'all. It's the crew.
Hey, stop talking sexy. They getting talk, motherfucker.
Talk sexy with something in your mouth. Stop it, Greg. Stop it.
So wow.
Stop it.
Man, I'm stop that shit.
Oh wow.
I stopped mine and had to start to jump back over.
It's gonna be live tonight. I'm ready.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Video it so some of us have proof that we here.
All right, so we are back at it. The podcast with some, I said cast. The podcast with some Wildcats. My name is Craig Black, and in the building I got my man Big Al. What's up, man?
What's up with your black?
Ain't none, aka Brother Minister. That's him. I got my dude Keith the Freak, aka Cat Daddy. Keith, what's up, Keith?
What's up, Black?
Also in the building got Agent Asshole, my man Ant. What's the deal, Ant?
What's up, Agent Dookie?
We got the Walla in the building. What's up, Dirk?
What's up, Black?
We got a packed house, so we got like 5 more people to introduce in this damn intro. I got my man G up in here. What's up, Big Glenn?
What's up, fam?
Oh, yes. He's going to get mad at this, but yes, once again, for 3 weeks in a row, he is sober. Y'all tap it up. My man.
Smiling water.
Bro, y'all give it for my man Dave. What's up, Dave? Oh, he mad. He don't want to talk to me.
Hey, Sean, I done zoomed in on the sparkling water too.
Look at that face, boy. And at the podcast for only the second time after like 10 record, well, we probably like 20 shows. Right?
Slim, we 25.
You talking about
25, Slim.
Only Eagles fan on this earth right now. My man G Money. What's up, big
Mr.
Rig?
Executive.
Fly, Eagles, fly,
It's the
baby.
all fixation.
Have to sit
Hey,
down
the
now.
last time we was here, he only said 3 lines.
Put it in your mouth.
Did you script some stuff for him this time? Did you write something down for
I
him
ain't
this
write
time?
no script for that fool, man. Let me break it down for the people. Break it down for the people. This podcast is about us and our friendship over the past 35 plus years. We don't give a damn about what you think. It's about our opinion, okay, and our topics. That's what it's about. Let's get it started. All right. Well, we're gonna tackle the elephant in the room. We're gonna go right to it.
Let's go.
Dwight Howard. Okay.
That's a good look.
So, allegedly, I'm gonna use that word a lot in this segment right here. Allegedly, Dwight Howard's ex-trans girlfriend has outed him because apparently, Mr. Howard has been threatening his life, well, her life, well, her. I don't know how you call that one. But,
Shim.
so, he was outed via Twitter. It went across World Star, Instagram, Meme Central. It's gone viral. Do y'all think this is real? Is this something that's somebody trying to get some money, or
That's
do you
not.
think that it's just something? I'm gonna point you out because we got a house. I'm gonna let you go first, Brother Minister. Go ahead, Al.
I think that Shim might be trying to set my man up, but at the same time, I think he might have went into that situation with like, oh, I just wanted to get something done.
Butthole.
Wow.
Man, with the Wizards'
No
fragile locker room, that's gonna be an issue.
He said not the eye that blink, but the eye that stink.
All right, we gonna move on. Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead. Say your opinion, man.
Nah, man, I think if it's smoke, it's fire, man. I think it's probably a little bit of both. Even listening to that phone conversation, that all his numbers and all that information is not in there. He knew a little bit too much about Slim to be able to for it not to be something behind it.
I think I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna give my opinion to shit. Go right ahead, Glenn. It's on you, man. Give your opinion, man. What you think about it? Get in front of that mic too, dude.
I don't know enough about the situation. I heard the video. I heard the tape recording. You know, it looks kind of little some production done in there. You know, kind of got somebody's voice really strong. You got somebody kind of echo in the background. So that usually shows like kind of some trickery there. So I ain't got no comment. I ain't got no skin in that game at all.
So you think it's kind of fake? All right, I'm gonna let you speak.
He also got a Wizards hat on today too. He might be in his feelings.
Yeah, man.
He might be in his feelings about it. He got the whole warm up. He the dude that was on the court warming up, and the security had to come take him on the floor.
Hey, y'all might remember I was one said he should come here before he got signed here. So come here. Wait, to the podcast? No. Dwight Howard too.
Dwight Howard's got it, and welcome
Dwight Howard
to the
too.
Ain't
podcast.
got no room. Ain't no room in
Ain't
it.
no room in this town. This not a shower.
G Money was giving you a chance to speak, man. Go ahead and state your opinion about
Go
this.
ahead,
Dwight
G.
Howard. Is it real? Is it fake? What do you think, G? All right, G. We appreciate your opinion right there. Thanks a lot.
Next topic.
God damn, G. It's real.
And you want to say something about it? Come on, man.
Oh, I think enough has already been said. So it's a sad situation.
Okay, my whole thing is during the whole conversation with the dude, he didn't get mad enough for me. I mean, if somebody's if this is not real and somebody's talking about you being, I guess he has to be gay to be with a transsexual. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I think I would be irate. You wouldn't. It would be a lot of bleeping. He's too calm in the conversation for me not to believe that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't interacting with this person the whole time. He was just too mellow. His pastor was madder than he was.
Yeah, that's
The
what
pastor's
that's what I
cussing.
said. It was too much. It was like that conversation was like that wasn't the first time that they talked. That wasn't like a situation where that's somebody saying, "Why you lying on me?" or something like that. That was a conversation. That was like they hadn't had a conversation a few times. They real comfortable talking to each other.
Like a friendly conversation
Exactly.
before. Like
or
they,
it wasn't. It might not have been the same conversation. That's why I'm saying, look, it seems like it's been modified. You know, if you listen to the message, you know, it's just like you said. Allegedly, he was saying that he was threatening his life. You know, he was, you know, that it's been unknown getting text messages, and it says allegedly from the pastor. And that's just kind of ironic that, you know, that Dwight Howard will have a pastor doing his work like that. Which he might have came to Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard might have came to him and told him his problems, and he might have took it to his own hands. But that kind of it's just this whole situation is just ironic.
It's very stick and go
It's just
type
crazy.
situation because at the same time, when you look at the video, you hear the audio, it sound like a setup. Then at the same time, you never heard of Dwight Howard come back with a rebuttal. So it's a tricky situation. It's funny. It's some part a compartment of it, and one compartment is not funny. It's just like you pretty much almost destroy the man's career. So we got to figure out the yin and the yang.
and that's another aspect I want to jump on. Okay. So, what if Dwight Howard is just hypothetical, okay? This is not anything real. But what if he comes out and says, okay, I did have this relationship and that's all this happened. And it's actually real. Why would this ruin his career? That's his preference.
It wasn't right.
He wanted to do what he wanted to do and had a relationship he wanted to have. So why would it be a big deal? I mean, if he wanted to move in that direction and do that, he has that choice.
I think it would solidify a lot of the rumors or make sense to a lot of the stuff that's been going on throughout his career at different locations, like all the problems he had in LA, the problems that he had in Houston, the problems that he had in Atlanta. I think that would kind of solidify that what was going on or what was kind of being put out there, the perception of him was put out there back then.
So I don't understand that perception of him that was put out there back then. What are you saying?
It was always like a problem with him in the locker room. It was something going on with him and his teammates in the locker room, but it was never put out there exactly what it was. And so now, if something like this was to come out, that may be what was not put out there by those teams, but that was why he's been on so many teams. It's not that many. At one point, it wasn't that many dominant centers in the league.
Keith, I just think that I hear what you're saying, but I think the narrative, they would try to use that as a narrative, but in my opinion, it was always he didn't go hard. He was paused. You know, he was just
because
he was just soft.
It ain't like he came out the closet and told them that
Right, but I'm saying,
I think now they would try to use that now.
It would make sense though.
Narrative,
but I'm saying it makes sense when you look at it in hindsight. It makes sense.
But still, I'm not going with. I don't really feel your narrative all the way because at the same time, we know that, like what Dave said, maybe he didn't go hard to the paint. He didn't go hard in practice, and that's why he got.
Slim, they had a video of him grabbing another dude nuts on the bench when he was at Houston.
Did he like it?
I mean, it was they were laughing and it was like a joke, but that was something that he did on the bench. It makes sense.
Al, being the resident Houston Rockets fan, would you like to elaborate on that incident?
True.
That's why he was ready to fight and ready. That's why we had to jettison him off the team, and that's why he went to.
So that
to
goes
Charlotte
back to my
Hornets.
point. But that's what goes back to my point. Now that makes sense why he's been moved around so many different teams.
Yeah, I just think this right now, this it's too much conjecture. I think, you know, if you sit down, everybody in this room could probably make up their own different scenario based off of what they don't know and stuff. Like, so I think you're just gonna have to wait for some stuff to come out. When in come out.
Well,
He ain't gonna come out the closet. I mean, even after
Wait
all
for him
this.
to come
well,
out. You know,
this turns the conversation to another direction because the homophobia that's in our community. Now, this came out and everybody immediately went at Dwight Howard. Not even, you know, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Well, I should say everybody. I said the internet. How about that? Because the internet never loses. The internet went left on him hard.
Undefeated.
Undefeated, undisputed. You know, it's like
Champion of
they
the
didn't
world.
give him even no type of, you know, well, this person could just be trying to extort money out of him, trying to get some money or something like that. They went straight in on him. You know, they're like, well, you know, he's.
But that's probably because it's Dwight Howard. Just like with all the problems that he having with all the other teams that he had, he already had that persona of, you know what I'm saying, Superman ain't Superman right now.
That's what I was saying.
That's the whole thing. That's why everybody's going at him, because he pretty much was the villain. And you know, at all the other teams that he's been with prior to the Wizards.
That's exactly what I just said.
can't wait to see, because they're not going to touch on it, but I just want to see Shaq, Kenny, and Charles. They're going to be giggling and snickering. You know
Shaq gonna go hard.
Shaq
gonna go hard.
like him.
Shaq gonna go hard.
No, I don't know if
Shaq
it happens.
gonna go hard.
Well, yeah,
They're not
because him
gonna
and
do
Shaq always been going
They're
at
not
each
going to
other.
do it on air.
Yeah,
But
they gonna be on Instagram. Shaq probably go at him on Instagram.
We had to get Anthony White to call
Oh
us.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Anthony White to call. Anthony White, call me, Jack.
Yeah, call
Yeah,
him.
he called
People.
us, Jack.
Go keep the freak.
Yeah, Abdi be on the
This drunk
football
nigga.
game.
He's a hype man.
He's a hype man.
So wait.
Yeah, he was right.
Hey, man, he's a hype man. He's doing a terrible job at it.
I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here.
How does he ever do it? Oh, sweat like love.
Standing up in the background. Didn't I say that?
But what I'm trying to point out, what I'm trying to bring out of this conversation is the homophobia in the in the whole African American community, with, you know, because the NBA is what, 95% something black.
So what you trying to say, Black?
What I'm trying to say is that could Dwight Howard actually come back and play if he did come out like that as an active player? Would it be a big issue?
Yeah, he
can
can
play.
play. But again, at the executive level, Rick, what's his name? Welts is the president of Golden State Warriors. He just got elected to the NBA Hall of Fame and stuff,
Mhm.
and he actually is openly gay. So there is some precedent at a higher level.
But you know that's why Mark Jackson don't have his job.
Speaking to the mic, we couldn't hear that. What did you just say, sir?
I said that was the reason, allegedly the reason why Mark Jackson doesn't have his job when all the homophobic stuff came out. Because you know Mark Jackson is a preacher. He has his own church, and he didn't agree with all that, and that's why he ended up allegedly losing his job.
I ain't never heard that.
So look,
But this is a twist with Dwight Howard. This is not just being gay. I mean, this is trying to hide you, being exploited and trying to hide it, and then having
He might be
a relationship with a transsexual.
Well, this what Taiwan is saying that went to school does. Tai say that the transgender person that is doing this is actually known for scamming people.
Yeah.
So they saying some charges may end up coming back on the transgender person because they already used to already got a reputation of scamming folks.
Where did Taiwan get this information from?
Because-
Taiwan is the black encyclopedia right now.
But if you read the article, when say, you know, this transgender person said Dwight Howard DM'd him, you know what I'm saying? He said, hit me on your anonymous page, like this is normal for him, that celebrities and stuff hit him up and all the time. See that? And that's what the underlying, you know, known here is with, you know, a lot of people, celebrities, and they go different directions, and it's just it's
And
a lot of
that's the type of picture they're trying to paint right now. Where it's like a lot of these NBA athletes do this. They go after these type of. They have that type of kinky type, sexual type of urges and stuff, and they go hunting for some of these transsexuals. I see that. I saw that on Instagram. Like that's something we don't know about. It's something. I'm like, come on, now.
I'm not putting that on everybody in the NBA. That's
That's
certain people's preference. I ain't gonna put that on everybody.
I'm not even. I'm just saying what was written. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That was written. It was once again on the internet.
But go back to your question about can a black man play NBA if he openly gay? I think so. Yeah, we know he's not the first.
What was the twin? What was
So
what was
that's
the twin?
your main question.
He's
I say yes.
coaching now.
It's just not knowing.
Let Glenn finish, y'all.
So it's just the thing. Yeah. It's just
He's
a
a Golden State.
fuck.
I'm trying to give the hand signal, but nobody's looking at me. This
So
keep on
basically,
talking.
I think what Glenn was saying was that we've already had one openly gay player come out with in the NBA.
Right.
He's coaching right now. He's coaching.
Actually, he is at Golden State right now.
But before he was a coach,
coaching.
when he came out, he actually a team. He was either currently playing or somebody picked him up. Like
He was
He's
playing
a
at the
twin.
time.
He's
playing
a
at the
twin.
time.
He's a twin.
And he finished out the season. Wasn't like his
Yeah.
career was over. His career was over because he was, just,
He was done.
He was done in the game.
Yeah.
So Dwight wouldn't be the first. Now coming out with the scandal, yeah, but that would
Allegedly.
that would be newsworthy. But as far as his career wouldn't be over.
Now we all say this
His career
about
also-
Dwight Howard, but at the same time, it's alleged because we don't know exactly what's going on. All we know is the dude could be extorting Dwight Howard.
And that conversation could have been produced up, as we know.
Right.
Magic can happen behind, a computer.
Closed doors.
They can make anything happen. They can piece together regular conversations and make them say whatever they want them to say now. So it's like, I don't know. But the internet went wild with it. It is what it is.
They ran with it.
So let me go through the room. Let me go through the room.
with it.
Let me go through the room. I'm going to go through everybody one at a time. I'm going to ask you this. Do you think it's real or you think it's fake? I'm going to start with you, Brother Minister. Go right ahead.
Damn, I always start first.
Yeah. You think it's real or you think it's fake?
I think it's possible.
Keith the Freak. Do you think it's real or you think it's fake?
I think it's possible too. I think if it's smoke, it's fire.
Anthony, do you think it's real or you think it's
I
fake?
think it's some smoke.
Derek, do you think it's real or you think it's fake?
I think it's some smoke, but there's some inconsistencies in there as well. Because there's some conflicting things, but it's possible.
Glenn, do you think it's real or you think it's fake?
I think it's fake, but there might be another story out there.
Dave, do you think it's real or you think it's fake?
I'm gonna try not to be long-winded, Anthony. No, I think it's I think he's put himself in a position to where it could be fake, but he put himself in a position either whether he met this guy at a party or something, and he
Man, wow, now.
met him a while now. He developed some kind of relationship with this guy. Could have, who knows what it was, but I think he just put himself in a bad position, and it could. I don't know, Greg. It could be real, it could be fake.
Maybe you ain't know at the time.
G Money.
Real.
G Money, the first person said it's real. Okay.
Like what Dave said though, we don't know the conversation was with him. It could have been a conversation with a baby mom or something like that. They got a piece. We don't know how it's hateful, you know what I'm saying? But it could be a conversation with someone else, and he just interject. Y'all know how they do on the radio all the time. I like that they're on the air with that celebrity talk to like 50 DJs, and they just putting in they pause so the DJ can put their voice in there.
But once again, I think he actually just messed up by putting himself in a situation. How can you avoid that? How can you avoid yourself from being put in that situation? I don't really know 100% how you can avoid it, but keeping your account private and you screening who comes in and goes in and out of your DMs. I don't know. You openly having conversations with knowing people are recording your conversations. It's I don't know. We're gonna close the book on Dwight Howard. It's a done deal. He may show up again in this podcast someday. I don't know.
He might want to come on the show. Dwight, come on the show.
Pass me the
Come
ball.
talk to you. Come talk to him.
Pass the ball.
But the last game that he missed, he did miss for a glute injury.
It was two
That's
games.
called
It was a couple games.
butt-out.
It was a
Pass me the ball.
That's called
A
butt-out.
glute injury.
Pass me the ball.
A glute injury.
Yeah, that's
That
Hey, no,
was, that was the
right.
official injury report.
Yeah.
a ham injury.
Which cheek?
It wasn't a hammy. They say they call it a glute. Glute.
The right or left?
Hey, for all you ghetto motherfuckers, that's the ass.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears. You know what? No, we're not gonna switch gears. We're gonna take our first break of the show. All right?
Alright.
We're gonna take our first break of the show. Gotta let you know the show is being brought to you by Ezra Technology. It's specialized in,
IT services, facilities management, construction management.
and it's also being brought to you by the Craig Shields Foundation, bringing you Community Cuts for Kids 2019. And we gotta shout out Ezra Technologies for upping their donation to the foundation. We're now at $40,000. Y'all give it up for Ezra Technology. Helping out the kids.
All for the kids.
E1 coming.
That was 22 minutes.
That's in
Hey,
here.
Craig.
It took too long.
Craig,
Right
if
now.
you going to,
Yeah.
you can cut that up. You can cut that up. You can cut
It
that up.
took too long.
Hey, but Craig,
Long
you
time.
keep saying like the upping the money for Ezra Technologies. You might, be scared where other advertising saying $40,000.
Maybe they'll match it.
And y'all know we live, right?
Ain't our first rodeo, Greg.
Nah, I ain't talking about your rodeo. I'm talking about scamming our advertising.
Oh, but that's
It's gonna be
But
edited
you
out.
was right. That's what I was saying. FIUU. By the way, I started that. Give me my copyright. Rangers. It was key.
Nigga drunk as
Three games in a row.
Hey, son. You my man. 50 grand.
Brother called this nigga Spice Paris.
Yeah.
You keep waiting to pick me up.
He was like, you right there. I came by.
You, oh,
Came
Lord.
by there. You right there.
I went
Alright,
by
so
the birthday. Hey, man, I need y'all to turn that a little bit.
One topic down. We got like
Hey,
4
listen.
more to cover.
But I need you to cover
What's
me.
up, Ed? What's up, Terrence Johnson, Bruce?
Bruce?
Heather. What's up,
Bruce,
Heather?
Bruce?
Teresa Gordon. What's going on? Tell me I said hi. Teresa. Melvin, that savage. You gonna pay Mike his money?
Hey,
man, pay that nigga his money.
pay that money.
Mark Collins.
Tell him he unfriended me.
That bullshit.
Isaiah
They
Butler.
gonna get tough and shit.
Right.
What's up, Shantae?
Social
What's up,
media
Lisa?
tough.
Lisa, he real man.
Oh, what Lisa? Oh, watch your mouth, man.
That nigga sober real quick. That nigga sober real quick. Wait a minute. What Lisa
They
now?
ain't my bodyguard.
Probably if they post it like that.
They said Lisa.
Oh my God.
That nigga got sober real quick.
Hey,
they said what? They said this.
hey. Ah, man,
Heather said, hey, fellas.
Who is that?
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
I need you to turn that a little bit here.
I can see you.
There you go. Good.
All right, so we're gonna come back and talk about Muriel Bowser and her mumble sauce comments.
We need to go in. We need to go in.
We can go in. Then we're gonna go to FIUU right after that.
That's her.
No, she's not the FIUU. We already picked Dwight Howard. FIU. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He's a victim.
You still put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, but that really isn't.
We don't know.
Yeah, that's my point.
It's our perception.
All right, so we are back. Some Wildcats the podcast, and right now we're switching gears. We're actually gonna take it back to the DMV and the DC. Got a packed house tonight, y'all. Hey, you know what? We're about to put on blast DC's current mayor, Muriel Bowser. Now I gotta break down what happened. She bashed a DC staple, something that if you've grown up anywhere within DC, Maryland, Virginia, you've had some mumbo sauce in your life. Now she tried to downgrade mumbo sauce, talking about what is that? I don't like that stuff. I've never even had mumbo sauce. Now, if you know, you probably outside of DC, you heard about the mumbo sauce. It's a staple in every carry out, Yeah, every curry out in the city got the mumbo sauce. Even now, they even got capital city mumbo sauce. They done made it to the shelves in Giant, Safeway, Shoppers. They might even have it at Costco now. I don't know. You probably can buy a big bucket of it now.
And Whole Foods.
Whole Foods too.
He can't never.
But she tried to act like she never had mumbo sauce. She born and raised in DC.
Yeah.
And she talking about she has never had no mumbo sauce.
And said she didn't hear about it until like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, till she became an adult. So she said that she don't know why mumbo sauce is associated with DC.
You sure
But
she
she's
grew up?
supposed to be from here.
I don't think she's from here. Now, that doesn't make sense. at
Even
all.
if you don't eat mumbo sauce, you know that mumbo sauce is associated with it.
I done met dudes from Cali that know mumbo sauce is associated with DC.
I got some friends in Cali that asked me to send them some. So shit, yeah. That just global. It's global. Everybody, I mean, outside DC knows DC for mumbo sauce and go-go. Sorry, I mean, she's a lot.
Sorry, that's true. Because I know people from New York, California, Florida.
Everybody knows mumbo
What
sauce.
mumbo sauce is.
But
That's
the
the
thing
first thing
is-
they do when they come to the city.
The thing is, right now, the net has gotten her to. It's gone viral. Now they saying with the meme. Help me out with a couple of memes. Help me out, Keith.
I saw one where it was like, who is Chuck Brown? Is he related to Chris or James? I saw another one asking about red asses. Who is red asses? I mean, they've been lighting her up.
Yeah.
How is our mayor going to have this type of disconnect when it comes to something popular? Would you have voted for it if you knew this ahead of time?
You know, but I don't even know if it's so much popular as much as it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's mambo sauce. It's not like, you know, you go outside this region and you be like, man, you gotta come home and come to DC and try some mambo sauce. It's just mambo sauce. And if you lived here, if you grew up here, you just know it.
No,
Well,
no.
But I would say, even if she doesn't know it, so let's say she doesn't, why would she say it? Like, why
And
would
she
she?
spoke. I
Right?
said it.
Why would you're right? Why would she double down on it? Like, yeah, I said it. Why would you do that? You know, to your base. Like, why
Your
would?
base.
I'm confused.
Your base
I
that
don't know. Maybe
you know
her
that
base ain't.
That's
Maybe it's the new DC. Everybody that moved
Yeah.
down here.
what she think is the
for a
new
job
DC.
in an artery to the city.
But she
downtown.
gonna find out in the next election.
I don't know if she gonna find out on the mambo sauce.
Yeah,
You be careful.
They ain't going that far. They just gonna clown on the internet like it is happening.
But I think even some of the new DC is on the mumbo sauce. They got it in some of these restaurants on.
You
On
gotta carry
8th
out,
Street.
if you got to carry out around your way, and you stand on anything anywhere close to an artery that's gonna take you downtown.
They sell
You
mambo
gotta know
sauce
about it.
down at
Shoppers.
no, what's the flea market down on
Into the mic, sir.
Which one?
the I can't remember the one down on is it Carolina Avenue or something like that.
Oh my God, you there?
Oh, you're talking about PG Black.
No.
He don't know what he's talking about.
Hey, move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.
It's
Let's
his
move on.
birthday.
Uh,
It's his birthday.
yeah, happy birthday to Dave. Happy birthday to Dave.
Happy birthday to Super Dave.
Super
Ziggy.
Dave. Ziggy, happy birthday. I like him.
Hey, black man. What's up with that dude?
His 10-day contract is about to be expired.
All right, we're gonna switch gears and go right into the FIUU of the week. If y'all don't know what it is, it's all about Fuck It Up University. Okay, this award goes out to the candidate, to the person that's done something so ignorant and so stupid that we have to give them a special scholarship to this university. That's fucking it up. And I believe we all have agreed that it should go to Mr. Dwight Howard for putting himself in this position to be even exploited by somebody, not even the point that they're trans, just anybody, to be exploited like he's being exploited right now, even if it's true or not true. So his paperwork has been processed.
Because he should have got somebody else to DM.
Yeah.
than him doing
He got enough money to make somebody else DM.
this shit.
His paperwork has been processed. He's on a full scholarship. What we gonna put him in? What is he going to be? The dean of what?
The Dean of Dummies.
The dean of dummies?
Oh, overseeing the WE? No, tomorrow.
No.
Dean of assholes.
Yeah, but if this turns out not to be
But it's still a demon dummies because
The
at the same
thing of
time,
laundry.
The whole thing, he put himself in a situation.
he put himself in that situation.
If we find out, Anthony, that it's
We're
not
retracting.
true, we'll revoke or retract.
No, because
It's
he's
all-
on that. He's on that voice, saying,
I'll say the demon
You know that's his voice though.
laundry, dirty laundry.
So his paperwork's been processed. The dean of dummy, the dean of DM, the dean of backpacking. No.
Pillow fighting.
Okay. All right, we're gonna leave it right there. Y'all give it up one time for Mr. Dwight Howard. Y'all give it up for Dwight Howard, y'all.
"Yeah, hey, don't drive the service."
Is that a two-cheek clap?
That was a good one. That was the best one you had all night. That was a good one.
I'm gonna hit you behind.
You win with that one right there. That was a good one.
He got it.
I'm down on y'all, bro.
Let's put the legal out there. We have no issues at all with anybody that's any type of different type of lifestyle that you live. We have no issues with anybody that's gay, transgender, anything like that. I'm gonna let you know that.
Wow.
To make sure we don't.
You with that nigga.
Wow.
No?
Lions head ain't here.
Alright, okay, anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's switch gears. Malik, switch gears hard right here, Malik. Alright?
Pause. Son, we got questions after this.
Alright. We're gonna go straight to the NFL real quick. Let's go to Turkey Day, Thanksgiving Day. Washington Redskins took an L against the Dallas
Took that
Cowboys.
ass whooping.
Talking to the mic, sir. We couldn't hear what you were saying.
Took that ass whooping.
It was a close game, sir. It
Oh
was a close game.
shit.
It wasn't an ass whipping. But nevertheless, Redskins lost to the Cowboys, and now the Redskins are, I guess, in a virtual tie for first place in the
No,
NFC.
no, no. They number 2.
Second.
Dallas
They got
is
the
number
tiebreaker.
1.
Yes.
They showed it just right just
They got the
No,
top
no,
right.
no, no.
They just showed ESPN.
No, no, no,
Yes,
no.
they did. They just y'all
ESPN
wild
is
cards.
not-
They got
They
the
just
tiebreaker.
said
That's
that's
a
what I'm
tiebreaker.
It's gonna
If we
change.
win-
It's gonna change in 2 weeks.
If we beat the Redskins, how they win in the
I
two
just,
spots?
hey, I just saw just now on the ESPN right there.
ESPN is not
They said
legitimate.
Oh my God. Wow.
We won and won.
Colonizer news.
Hey man, the Eagles go win the fucking East.
Fly, Eagles fly.
Also on Turkey Day, them Saints beat up their Falcons 31-17. Can anybody beat the Saints?
They look good right
Next
now.
week, on Thursday. Stay tuned.
They play
That's
the
not
Cowboys,
happening.
correct?
Stay tuned on Thursday.
That's not
I
happening.
see another 50 piece.
Yeah.
Stay tuned on Thursday.
That's not
Where's
happening.
the game?
Jesus.
In Dallas,
It's a possibility.
Saints,
It's not.
50.
It's not gonna happen.
Going to
Dallas,
shock the world.
Speaking to the mics, only person that can be
40
heard is Mr.
40 ounce. They gonna give him a
Going
40
to shock the
ounce.
world.
Again, Saints 50, Dallas 10.
No way.
All
Sound
right,
about right to me, dude.
let's move on. Chargers 45, Arizona 10. Are the Chargers real or is Arizona just
Arizona's some
terrible?
shit.
Arizona bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arizona.
Arizona.
They terrible.
Oh.
They should trade Fitzgerald so he can go to a contender.
Eagles.
He done.
But I mean, that's just go ahead and let him go.
NFC Eagles.
The return of Hugh Jackson, the Browns 35, Cincinnati 20. Surprised by this win by the Browns?
Nope.
Nah.
Both garbage.
Did you see the dude, the cornerback from the Browns got an interception on the Bengals sideline and handed the ball to Hugh Jackson?
I did.
Was that disrespectful or was that
Do we know
respectful?
what-
I don't
do
know.
we
That's what I'm
what
trying to
it was
figure out.
about? Have they interviewed the cornerback? yet?
I don't know if it I don't know if it was
I did
if it was
see that.
disrespectful or if it was out of you gave me my shot to be in the league, but he handed the ball to him when he
I
got the
did
interception.
see
But if you follow the footages, as my girl Carly just said,
Footages.
Hugh got it and looked and dropped it on the ground like he thought it was disrespectful. He was like, he just dropped that shit on the ground.
Wouldn't do it to a colonizer.
Oh Lord. Let's keep it moving. Philly 25, the Giants 22. Philly wins in a big comeback.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
A game that
The
they
NFC
needed.
East champs.
We coming. Super Bowl champs. I got the hat on.
The Giants stink. The Giants stink.
So does the Skins.
Do the Eagles have any chance of making the playoffs this year?
Absolutely.
Don't you have to be above 500?
Are you above 500?
Not right now.
Okay, you not.
Let's move on. Next game.
Hey, my question is, before the Powerball numbers are drawn, are you a Powerball winner? All right, you a Powerball winner once the numbers are drawn.
Okay, the JDS taking over. The JDS taking over.
Yeah.
Quiet. Now we talking about the Eagles. Don't stop.
Why you in sweating?
Niggas.
Cause
Being
it's
optimistic.
a hot topic.
He being optimistic.
All right, let's keep it moving.
Hot topic.
Steelers 17, Broncos 24.
We got lazy.
Oh,
Next subject.
oh no, not the Squillers.
Dang,
Oh,
you would think that he's an Eagles fan more so than a Steelers fan.
no, he's a Squillers
That's
fan.
what happened when you turn the ball over.
Oh,
We heard
Get the
more
game plan.
from today about the Redskins
And the
Eagles,
And the Wizards,
the Wizards.
Capitals,
Yeah, he
Nationals.
want to keep it moving.
No
On.
one's
Keep it
on
Let's
moving.
keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
that was a diversion
Yeah.
from the minister.
We in the playoffs, so we keep moving. Y'all other dudes, y'all in mystery land.
Going back to Turkey there, I forgot about this game. Bears 23, Lions 16. Are the Bears real?
Oh,
They
yeah,
lost their
real.
quarterback.
Defense.
Oh
The
yeah.
defense gonna do it.
Oh yeah, they real.
They
Defense
for
gonna
real.
do it. But they did that with a backup quarterback
Yeah,
Oh
that
yeah.
was here.
Chase Daniel, right?
Was
Yeah,
here.
he was here. Yeah, they traded him away.
Was drafted here.
Yeah, they traded him away. Ooh.
JG.
He is a hate. He's a hater. Just
Yeah,
let y'all know. He's a
all
hater.
over.
All right, so that does it for the NFL. We ain't talking about no more of these whack ass NFL teams. All
What's
right.
internet questions, son?
All right, we go switching gears, getting right to a good segue. Going to the net right now. These questions come off the internet. We sent emails and DMs out to young ladies, and they send us questions. What we do is give them the male perspective on relationships and just life in general. So, fellas, if you got your sheet out,
Yes, sir.
we're going to go to
Numbers next to it.
Here they are.
Get it.
You randomly gonna pick.
Number 2.
I don't know who the fuck it is.
And good Lord, you would never make Malik, please cut this out because this man would
Yeah, I do like two though.
Let's do
Yeah.
I'm going down the list. Yeah, here we go. All right. So, what's the biggest challenge for black men? Yeah, what's the biggest challenge for black men? And since we have somebody that's very pro-black in this room right now, so I figure I would throw it out to him first, let him answer this question. What's the biggest challenge for a black man in the society?
Biggest
This
challenge,
comes-
Malcolm X.
Brother Minister,
The
you go right here.
biggest challenge is the Europeans selling you dumbasses religion.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So why's that a problem?
What
Why's
is
that a problem?
Church I go to is all black.
It could be.
It
could be all black,
There's
but-
no substance, no validity, no backup to nothing that he says, nothing that he posts. He just posts it out there for shock value.
Let him speak.
He put it out there, and then he wants you to react to what he says. Give some more content to what you say. Give some more. All you right now is just giving conjecture.
The content is you don't know who is Jesus. You don't know
Oh, wow.
who's Moses. You have no bones on Joseph. You don't have no bones on Adam and Eve.
All right, we're going to keep it moving. Who else? What's the biggest challenge of a black man? Somebody help me. Somebody help me out.
Nobody don't want to step to me.
The challenge of the black man is sitting next to
You asked, but you can't answer it.
That's your answer? Bones? Really? Fucking bones?
Could you find the bones?
That was the
Can you
movie.
find a
I think
fucking
find the
bone?
ball.
What the fuck is this thing?
It's no bones.
It's
I'm
no
moving on to
bone.
another question right now.
No
Is there any
bones.
history?
Another internet question, and I'm going right here. How important is religion in your life? That's the next question.
You go to that question for real?
It's important to me because it's in my bones.
It's his belief, it's my belief, it's his belief, it's the way he feels, the spiritually, the way they would take it. So if I feel as though that Jesus is black, that's my opinion. That's the way I feel. That's my spiritual intuition. So that's everybody have their own opinion. So nobody control nobody. The European, nobody if it's African, if it's African American. I control the way I feel in my religion and my spirituality.
That's my point.
But how is it important in your life, G? How is religion important in your life?
Well, religion is a history of like morality, and that morality is how I make a lot of my life decisions. So that right there is how it really impacts me. You can not believe, and not believing will put you in a situation where you can be just for whatever. But if you walk by faith and you have faith and I learned this like a long time ago, where sometimes you can't just listen to the messenger. You gotta be able to dissect the message from the messenger. And again, like to say, the Bible is stories, and it's stories of morality. Even if you don't believe, living a religious life will not hurt you now. But living an atheist life can hurt you. So being like but not everybody who's atheist doesn't believe in looking up for the next man. But the religion helps give you some foundation and to help making you some more better decisions.
Well, I like that point you make. You said atheists, so people that don't believe. I'm gonna throw this back at Brother Minister.
Right.
So, are you an atheist? Do you have a higher being that you associate with? What do you do? What is your?
No, to be honest with you, my faith is me. I am God. Because at the end of the day, I make the choices.
Okay.
But what drives your choices?
My choices, I drive my choices. Because at the same time, we already know that, to be honest with you, Jesus, the name Jesus, wasn't even concepted until 1400. It wasn't even a J in the alphabet. So what was his name?
It doesn't matter what his name is the concept of the individual. So,
Yeah, we can say
there's a million things we don't know. Like even like the Bible itself. That's the one argument too, is that you cannot take the Bible literal. Reason why? Because in fact it created so many different languages. So
Put like this, I agree with Derek said, man. Everybody got their own belief, man. And I'm sitting here mad at myself for condemning this dude for his belief. That's his belief. That's what he want to live by. That's what
And that's you know what?
That's
Like
key,
that.
right?
And you know what? That's what's going on around this world. People getting mad at other people for what they believe.
Yep.
And that's the source of all terrorism and all wars. It doesn't matter what Brother Minister believes. It's about what you believe and what you believe in. So you can't let anybody else's judgment sway you or their beliefs sway you to anywhere else. It's like with these racists, these white supremacists, these bigots. You can't let their opinions or their prejudice thinking make you mad or get you into a place where you don't need to be.
It took me there for a second.
Yeah, we saw that. Yes, we did. We saw
So
that.
you believe, if you believe in a higher being, that's what you believe in. You know what I mean? You can't let somebody steal your shine or your joy because who you believe in or what you believe in. That's just bottom line. That's the same thing with society. That's the same thing if it's Caucasians, black, white. They can't steal within what's within you. If you believe in a higher being, that's what you believe in.
At the same time, when you really look at it, it's all about love. If you love each other, It don't matter what you believe in. If I love you, I love you, I love you. It doesn't matter. Who's your higher being?
So
Because
how
at the same
long
time,
have
at the
you
same
felt
time,
this way?
at the same, I always felt that way because at the end of the day, if you look at the pictures back in 1989 or 93 or 92, I always had a Malcolm X Joan on. I always had something on that.
So you Muslim or atheist? I'm confused.
No, I'm myself. I'm no Muslim.
But then
I'm
what's
no
the correlation? What's the correlation with Malcolm
It's-
X?
I'm just saying, in general, it's all about black love. I love you, I love you, I love you.
Malcolm X believed in Islam.
Malcolm X believed in love. If you really look at the end of what Malcolm X said at the end of before he was killed, he believed in love.
But that's because what happened when he was in Islam.
No,
when he was
that's right,
active.
exactly.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Because at the end of the day, he believed in, because when he saw was white people, black people,
That's after he took his
pilgrimage.
went to Mecca. He took his pilgrimage.
That's
to
right.
Mecca, yeah.
Everybody was one.
I think it's a good topic to talk about religion, though. I think it's something really to touch on for real. This kind of question, we were laughing about it at first, but it really brings out a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings that people need to really hear. I mean, my religion that I was born into was I'm a Catholic. Well, I would say was a Catholic because I don't practice anything in the church anymore. I don't. I'm more so, I would say, like my late brother. I'm more spiritual than anything. I don't go to a church every week. I have my relationship with the higher being, whether he's God, Allah, or any other. I just have my relationship with that higher being, and I love
y'all.
and I talk to him, and I talk to him all the time. It's like, you know, me and him or her or whoever that being is, we're together. I have that Catholic Church kind of swayed me away from the traditional stuff. It really did, because all of the stuff that came out of that church. I won't get into that, but you know the public stuff that happened in that church. So it is what it is.
At the same time, like we always say, it's all about love. If I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
This is the Catholic Church.
Yes, the Catholic Church.
It was an altar boy.
No, I wasn't an altar. See, this.
Hey, but
Oh my God.
I love that skin past
Okay.
Go right ahead. Glenn. Go right ahead.
that love got skin past brotherly love. Just gotta be to that white man, that Asian man, that
It is.
is man.
Now see, now, I can't say that. I can't say that love doesn't
Now you
reach
know.
every now. You know, it's everybody now.
I hadn't said
You might as well-
anything, but
you might as well-
you know I'm Team Al.
Yeah. But look. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
This been going on 35 years. We gotta be able to pull your coattail when we see
I
what
know
we
that.
see.
That's what I'm about to expand on
You
that.
expressed a lot of love.
I got a lot of love. I got a lot of love for everybody.
Wrap it up.
But at the same time, them motherfucking Europeans got
See,
a lot of
that's not
deception.
love. That's not
That's
love.
extended
No.
love.
I said a lot of Europeans have deception. I didn't say all. I said a lot. It's a difference.
If I recall it, it's the master of deception.
They are the master of deception. Because when
All
you
we
get
would
to the
say-
upper tier,
The only rebuttal we would say to that is what you put out, the energy you put out, you don't put it out as if it's
It's
some.
not love.
No, you don't put it out as if it's some
not love,
Europeans
it's
doing
not
a
hate.
lot. You put it out as it's all European.
I say,
That's how it's perceived.
well,
I'm speaking for myself.
yeah.
I think I'm speaking
It
for
can be
everybody, but
perceived
that's
that way, but that's the way you want to put it that way. Because at the end of the day, I put Europeans. Now you can choose and pick what you want to say, but I never say
You say
all.
all European. I got you.
I never say all.
Okay.
See, now that's the wording. It's just like when Europeans say, everybody, let's go do something together. That's all, right? It's the tricky words. It's tricky words, right?
Okay, we're gonna move on, and that is it. We're done. We appreciate y'all for checking out the show this week. You can catch us on SoundCloud, now on iTunes. All you gotta do is search some Wildcats, And watch out for that link. It's coming real soon, man. We're on IG, Facebook, Twitter. We're all over the net, okay? So we appreciate it, fellas. Any last words before we get up out of here?
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Let's try. Let's do it all together. That's not like we really want to tell Dave happy birthday. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Happy
birthday,
Dave.
Dave.
Stay sober.
Ziggy.
Once again, you can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and now iTunes. All right, search some Wild Catz. It's real simple. Some Wild Catz. Why you keep looking at me like that, Keith? Why you keep looking at
I'm
me
waiting
like
to
that?
hit end. That's all.
All right, this podcast is being brought to you by Ezra Technologies. They specialize in.
IT services, facility management, construction management.
Also brought to you by the Craig Shields Foundation, bringing you Community Cuts for Kids 2019. We out.
Damn,
They won't let me invite nobody. I invite people. They don't
Hey, can y'all hit these live feeds?
I'm just, it's like,
Hey, you need to see what's going on.
Great.
Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
YouTube.
That's what I'm trying to call his name.
Oh, you cut yours off?
Yeah, you on?
We were totally going for 55 minutes.
I'm on.
the second session, the second segment was 55 minutes.
The whole thing.
The whole thing was 55 minutes total.
Edit out.
Some dead spots.
I don't know how to get out of this joint, though.
You want to post it, Aaron? Want to post it?
Yeah, go ahead. I wasn't here with you last time. When they said you didn't say anything.
You want to talk about shit.
Dave gave him his own mic.
Actually, we needed some